So tonight we got to go out to the theater to see the new mockumentary, Strange Harvest, which I don't feel like I've seen a mockumentary style horror movie in theaters in a long time.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the last one, and honestly, I don't feel like I've seen many. Right? There's found footage, and then there's mockumentary. And mockumentary is presented like a documentary. Where they're interviewing people who were witnesses to a specific incident or crime or whatever. Movies like The Bay, but that, to my knowledge, didn't get a theatrical release. If it did, I missed it. So how many I've seen in theaters, actual mockumentaries like Lake Mungo, stuff like that, I didn't get to see that in theaters. I don't know. I honestly, I'd have to sit down and think about it, but I
don't know if I've ever seen one in theaters.
I was going to say, I'm not even 100% positive I've ever even seen one in theaters, which is kind of crazy.
Sure.
I've seen a ton of found footage.
Well, I guess you saw The Blair Witch.
Oh, The Visit is presented like a mockumentary of sorts.
I didn't see The Visit in theaters.
I did.
Okay.
So, okay. Anyway. So this is about an account of some ritualistic murders that are happening in the San Bernardino area over the span of many years. And we are seeing interviews of the two lead detectives as well as witnesses and whatnot from the crime. And we kind of chronicle all of the events leading up to the conclusion. So yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of this style of filmmaking, and I'm very much on board with this stuff. So if you are somebody who doesn't like found footage or doesn't like mockumentaries, then I don't know, let this review maybe make your decision, but I don't know. Regardless, this is directed by one of the Vicious brothers who brought us Grave Encounters. And I did not actually know that going in, and now having seen the movie, that doesn't surprise me because I thought that this was extremely well done, very, very believable, and that is absolutely paramount. For a film like this, you have to have believability. We say it on this channel all the time when it comes to found footage, mockumentaries, and that stuff. I found all of the stuff in here to be very, very believable.
Yeah.
And that helped tremendously with the film. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I thought this was really rad, actually. And I think that, as you said, everybody feels like it's a really believable, realistic feeling mockumentary. Everyone's acting, I thought, was very natural, which is a lot. It is easier, I've noticed, in mockumentaries, than regular found footage. I think it's a little easier for people to pretend to be being interviewed as a real person versus just kind of being a real person. Anyway, but regardless, I thought everyone did a great job, and
I think that's because in interviews, people are trying to present themselves in a very specific way.
Yeah, right? There's a certain vibe to them.
Yeah, they're trying to be professional, and they're a little more stiff. And I think that's a little easier to recreate than just a natural person on camera.
Totally.
Yeah.
That being said, though, I actually found that there's a lady cop that's in this, one of the detectives, and she's very professional but casual too. The way that she talks feels like a real person describing events and the crime scenes that she sees and everything, and I really liked that dynamic. And the other big standout here for me, I think, would be the gore and the practical effects. I thought that there was some really awesome practical effects in this. There's some dead bodies that we see that are really freaky, very visceral stuff. It's not blurred out or anything. You get to see all of the crime scene photos and what happens, or the aftermath of the crime, and all that stuff is really disturbing. There's one in particular that involves a family that's really messed up and scary looking.
Yeah, really brutal.
Yeah.
I was telling Kaylee on the car ride home that I feel like this movie actually gives an audience more of what they were looking for out of what they thought Longlegs was going to be, because Longlegs presented itself to be more in line with something like Silence of the Lambs and even more notably Seven.
Mm-hmm.
This film shared a lot of similarities with Seven. I have no doubt that the writer was inspired by Seven as well as Zodiac, the works of David Fincher, and the actual crimes of the Zodiac killer. There's definitely some similarities in there for sure. So I thought that stuff was really good. We have a very meticulous, methodical killer who doesn't really have a pattern outside of what they stumble upon and what is really his driving force for what he's doing, which is, fairly unique and something you're not apt to see in a lot of realistic, grounded type mockumentaries like this. So I do like that they go there, and I like that people are kind of trying to explain it away as it's happening. So I dug that, and I thought that I thought everything kind of wrapped up effectively, mm-hmm. and left most questions answered. And I wanted to think and more about this and look into some of the text and iconography, mm-hmm. and such that are displayed in the film from the killer, because I am curious on how much of this is made up just for the film and how much of this is drawn from some kind of lore or whatnot. So yeah, I was very engaged, very involved the entire time. Felt like I was watching the most when you watch these documentaries on Netflix or something that are doing this like chronicles of serial killers and investigations and whatever, this was the most eventful thing, of course, because it's fictional and because they can do whatever they want and make up whatever coincidences and like whole oh shit moments.
Right.
But yeah, there was a lot of like really cool oh shit moments, and we even got some like Saw stuff in here. Yeah,
some really crazy looking crime scene stuff. There's one in particular that really reminded us of Saw.
Yeah.
Jigsaw totally would have done this.
Yeah.
And yeah, you see it all, like I said. So I think all the bodies and everything, I was really impressed with the practicals. I thought they looked great. And I'm also really happy with where things go in the film and what ends up happening and just all of that. I thought was very well crafted story and very satisfying.
The only complaint, and this is such a minor nitpick, but one thing that was taken out of the film here and there is some of the pictures looked very fake and photoshopped at times with people in them. They're like, here's the person, and it's like them standing next to somebody and everyone looks not AI per se, but just fake. And I was like, oh, come on. Like, you guys could do better pictures than that. I feel like
it's actually, that's totally fair. I've actually noticed that even in, like, big budget films. Like,
I don't understand it.
There's something about photos, like, they'll, like, Photoshop a person onto, like, an old-timey, I don't know,
my God,
body.
it's the worst.
And you're just like, why does it look, like,
so bad?
Like, you guys have a huge budget. So, I don't know. That's something that seems to be a
common complaint
across the board, like in all kinds of films. But this one, yeah, I see what you mean with that. There's not too many of those instances
they're not
for me,
too often.
and all the other stuff is really solid. So I think this is a great one. If you can go see it in theaters, I think it'd be worth going to see for sure. It's very interesting to see it in a theater because this is the kind of thing that you do put on at home. Like, if you do watch crime, like, documentaries or something, right? You're usually at your house. It's on Netflix. It's on whatever.
Yeah, you don't
and
see
so it's kind of interesting
theater.
To see it in a large theater on a big screen.
I was actually pretty surprised at the turnout because this is the day that Weapons comes out as well, and that obviously is the much bigger, much more promoted film, the one that has all the buzz, the one that has all the backing. So I was actually expecting tonight to go in there and for us to be alone, but almost, like more than half of the theater was full. It was a smaller theater, granted, but it was still pretty full. So that was nice and exciting. Now, I think Weapons is a better film for sure, and I think that those people should have went and saw that. But I'm glad that they saw this too. I hope they go see Weapons as well. But this is, unless I'm forgetting something, and I don't think I am, and this isn't really much of a high bar from my memory of this, but this is easily the best found footage mockumentary style film of 2025.
Yes.
Totally. I don't even remember any good one yet this year.
Yeah.
So if there is one, it's like it's okay at best because I don't even remember.
I know. I'm trying to, but we are just kind of coming off of.
Last year didn't have a lot either. We had Late Night with the Devil and we had Milk and Cereal.
Frogman.
Frogman was fine.
I liked Frogman.
I liked Frogman. I didn't love it.
Milk and Cereal is great. Late Night with the Devil
is
great.
This is better than Frogman for me.
This probably is. Yeah, I think the practicals alone and the gore in this is going to be what really is satisfying for people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sure as hell is better than that one found footage film we just watched and reviewed. I don't even know if we have our...
Oh my god.
I don't think we have our review up yet.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah,
oh, we do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
House on Eden.
Yeah.
That garbage movie.
This is a million times better.
That's in theaters.
Yeah, go see this.
Oh my god.
Don't go see that. Go see this.
Question.
If you're a found footage fan, I think you'll be really satisfied. I think you'll be happy with this. It'll be a good one for you. If you're not a big found footage person.
But even if you're into like true crime documentaries,
I think you should check it out. I think it would still be like thrilling.
And you're not worried, or you're not like somebody who scrutinizes how fantastical this can get.
Yes.
It's nothing crazy over the top, but it's there.
It has some good elements to it that make it where you're like, okay, this is not real, but it feels real, and it could be real, and that's always that's the great thing with.
It's got some scary shit, and
definitely.
there's a family murder like Kaylee had mentioned that definitely got in my head for a little bit because it's really fucking like mean-spirited.
Yeah, there's some descriptions of, just people being killed, and then we see footage or like pictures of it, and there's children, there's just all kinds of unsuspecting people that you would like in a regular real life documentary about a crime, they would never show you like the full body. So that's another thing maybe I could see people saying this doesn't feel realistic because there's no way they would show you this, but I want to see it. Like, that's why we're here, is to see it.
Sure.
And the family kill that we're talking about and some of the other things were kind of reminding me of, we always talk about the terrified, like, little boy, dead body at the table that freaks us out.
Yeah.
And it kind of was reminding me of that a little bit.
The other thing that it was reminding me of at times, because of the staging of the body and certain things that happen with the staging of the bodies, are the staging in the Hannibal series.
Yes, I feel like that must have been a small inspiration at the very least. Because
agree.
It's there's a lot of the staging is memorable.
And the killer is very reminiscent of John Doe from Seven. The way he meticulously and methodically like plans everything out and whatnot. So, go
check it out.
Very
go
cool.
See Weapons first.
Absolutely.
But definitely, if you get a chance,
see both
of
these. Do a double feature
for sure.
I would have loved to see it. This would have been a fantastic double feature.
Yeah. Go see it while it's in theaters if you can, and
see this. Like, if you're gonna do a double feature, see this first, and then end the night with. You want to go higher, because I feel like coming out of Weapons
I feel like
would actually taint the experience of this, because I'd be on such a high and then nothing could live up to it, and then I'd be sitting there like, oh man, still in my head about Weapons. This one I could walk out of and then be like, oh, that was really cool, and then walk into Weapons and feel like, you know what I mean?
I agree. See this first and then Weapons, or just see
if you're seeing it in the same night,
see them on different nights or something.
If you're gonna see them in separate nights, see Weapons first.
Yes.
Because it's the more preferable one, and it's Anyway,
that's that. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, we'll see you in the comments, right?
We'll see you in the comments.
Yeah. And now I gotta go kill someone for. I'm not gonna say the word. We'll let you find it in the movie. Bye, guys.